Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Now we will talk about thinking about the experience. And in this part, we have observation and we have principles. So when we read the observation, we have to think about or to find the principle. Number one, when the students read aloud a passage. So reading taught from the beginning. Reading is important to be taught from the beginning in this method. Language is primarily speech. Culture consists of more than the fine arts. Okay, students studying geography and cultural attitudes. Number two, points to a part of the map. After each sentence is read, the teacher point. Why the teacher point? Here the teacher, as we said, use realia and picture to these things should be used to help students to understand the meaning. So realia, pointing, drawing, demonstrating, all these things the teacher used to help students to understand the meaning, because native language is not allowed to explain. The teacher uses the target language, the students use the target language. The principle that we can get from this observation that native language is not allowed at all in the direct method. The teacher answered the students' questions by drawing on the whiteboard or giving examples. So the teacher should demonstrate, not explain or translate. And here this will help students to make a direct association between the target language, form and meaning. So when the teacher demonstrate, when the teacher point or draw on the board, this will help students to make a direct association between the meaning or between the target language form and the meaning. Number five, the teacher asks questions about map in the target language, to which students reply in the target language. Here the students should learn from the beginning to think in the target language, and vocabulary is acquired more naturally if students use in full sentences. You remember in the grammar translation method that students memorize words in list, but here they memorize vocabulary or words in sentences, and this will help them to develop their ability in language or to be good communicator. Number six, students ask question about the map. The purpose of language learning is communication, so students should learn to ask a question as well as to answer them. Not only to answer questions, but they should be able to ask a question, because they should be able to communicate in the target language, so they ask question and answer questions. Number seven, the teacher work on pronunciation. Pronunciation should be worked on right from the beginning. So pronunciation is important, as we said from the beginning, because students in this method are asked to develop ability in communication. So pronunciation is important to be able to communicate correctly and perfectly. Number eight, the teacher correct a grammar error by asking the students to make a choice. Here the teacher develop, or the teacher use a strategy which called self-correction that facilitate language learning. Why the teacher use this strategy? And the strategy self-correction that helps students to correct their mistakes by themselves. This will facilitate language learning, help students to develop their skills in the target language. Number nine, teacher ask questions, students ask each other questions. And here lessons should, the principles from this observation, lessons should contain some conversational activity. Okay, the students should have the opportunity to communicate or to use the target language. The students should be encouraged to speak as much as possible. So the teacher will create situations, create activities that help students to communicate with each other. Number 10, the students fill in the blanks, and here to use the prepositions practiced. Grammar should be taught inductively. Inductively, that means the teacher will not explain the rule. There is no an explicit grammar rule will be given. Okay, so students will find out, will figure out the rule from the passage they read, from the sentence, from the activities they have in the class. Okay, the teacher dictate a paragraph. Dictate paragraph, that means the students will write and here there is a focus on writing. Writing is an important skill to be developed from the beginning. So dictation should be or it is an important activity in this method to develop writing. All of the lessons are about the United States geography. So the syllabus is based on situations or topic. Okay, there is no linguistic structure. So we will come to this point when we explain the coming lecture, inshallah. So the syllabus is based on situations or topic. 13, a proverb is used to discuss how Americans view punctuality. Learning another language also involves learning how speakers of that language live. Okay, so we have to learn about their culture, their attitude, their lifestyles, and these things. So also studying a proverb will help students to know more about the language, more about the culture and the attitude and the lifestyle of the speakers of the target language. Okay, thank you.